We're live. Born to be alive. I saw that today in my playlist. I'm like, hey, I haven't learned that song in a while. I'm born to be alive. That's all I can remember, really, pretty much. Hello,
Hey, girl.
everybody. Oh, hello, girl. Mwah. And we are starting. Hopefully, Allyson will be joining us shortly. She had another live like I did a little while ago, and she might be walking her little pups. So Tanji and I are going to chill out and say hi to people as they pop in and celebrate and wish everybody a happy solstice.
Happy summer solstice. Yeah.
And also a very blessed Litha.
Jonathan
For all
and
of us.
Teresa.
Jonathan, aloha. Oh my goodness, it's late where you are, isn't it? Or is
No,
it early?
he's 5 hours in the past.
He's behind. Oh, okay.
Or 6 now, I don't know.
Hi, Jonathan. Oh, so good to see you. So,
sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, honey. What were you showing?
Oh, no, when I just that the card I pulled out was from the Witch's Wisdom. Oh, so okay. I'll be right back. I just got a message from Allyson. Hang on.
Okay. I will be here to sing songs for everybody. Hello, Teresa and Heather and Jonathan and me. What's everybody doing for the summer solstice? What did you do? I was in my hammock under my Gaia tree outside. It was fabulous with the giant market umbrella in my hammock. Yeah. Drinking a cold coffee. Yeah. It was hot at one point, then it went cold, and I thought, well, it's now like an iced coffee without the ice. So that's what I did today. Hi, Lauren. How you doing? Hope you're all doing great. Heather will be back in a minute. So, is anybody else excited to see the new Barbie movie next month? I am. It's my Vogue copy of Vogue with Margot Robbie on the cover. I will be using this magazine to do some bibliomancy readings later on. Yeah, today in our live stream. Cool. Just so you know. Yeah. So what's going on? Oren says, good evening, Heather, Tinge, and chat community. Everybody's saying hi. Oh, it's only 2:32 where Jonathan is. Yeah, you're 6. It's 8:33 here. So you're 6 hours now. Jonathan's 6 hours.
Okay, sure.
Oh, Jonathan says, have a reading and then went to the Ace of Cups and bought the mana cards, the power of Hawaiian wisdom. Nice. That's what Jonathan did for summer solstice.
Okay, Allyson, if you're in chat, there it is. I couldn't do it from my phone, and I don't want to leave StreamYard because I don't want to strand you and not be able to come back in. So
no worries. Sounds good, Jonathan. Wow. So the Ace of Cups is a store, I'm assuming? Unless you crawled in to the Ace of Cups card. You teleported.
Okay, let's see. What am I missing here? I have a ring.
I asked what people did for their summer solstice.
Today. Very cool. Hello, Lauren. Yes, it was quite an interesting day. So, shopping and getting a Starbucks treat for my sweetie was nice.
I don't like Starbucks, but the coffee treats are good.
The Java mint is delicious. Oh, hello, JR.
Hey, JR. Java mint
for JR. Yes, but I got a small. I was a good girl because I'm trying to watch, my sugar. There she is.
It's
and there she is.
Hi, you guys.
I'm sorry you couldn't find it.
Yeah, I went through all my emails. I don't have one.
Okay, because I sent it out to both you and Tanji, so maybe I don't know.
Maybe I just never received it, which sometimes happen. I had the thumbnail but no link. So, anyways, hi.
She's here.
Hi,
oh, and this is the first time.
You look so cute. What's in your hair?
Allyson on my channel.
Both of you. Oh, that's so cute. And I have a hat on. Aw.
Yeah, you still have something on your head.
That's true. I have dirty hair, so I have a hat on, truth be told. So
Sounds like a song.
She's
She's got dirty hair. So
I
she's gotta
do.
put a hat on her head.
Yep,
Oh my God.
that's right.
Oh,
Happy
hello, David.
happy summer solstice, everybody.
Happy summer solstice.
And Litha.
So
Jonathan.
exciting.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jonathan,
Beautiful.
are you going to leave soon to pick up your? Oh, from Art Lab. Oh, I like this. Oh, sculpting. See, I get all excited about art when I see people talking about art in the chat.
Hi,
Yeah.
So
David.
that's very cool. Yes.
I'm very crafty. I'm not an artist, but very crafty.
Well, art
And I love
crafts
looking
go
at people's
hand in hand.
art.
Well, I
It
have a
goes
lot of
hand
it. I've been
in hand.
sharing her, sending her, going, Allyson, look what I did today. Tanji, look what I did today. So yes,
Yeah.
it's so important to really encourage kids because the art programs are getting in anything, music, arts, theater are all
Yeah.
getting cut from schools.
Yeah.
It started when I was in high school in Buffalo in the late 80s, early 90s. We had to paint with tempera paint, and it was just, yeah, it was something else. And I would have some teachers bring in with their own money, go and buy like Liquitex and stuff for some of us who are serious about art. And
I looked at Allyson. Wow. She faded out. She faded in.
Yeah,
And
you
her
know
eyes
what?
were
I'll be
closed.
right back. I just got a call that I made.
Okay. She'll be back. Please stand by.
She's back in black.
Hey, everybody
Back
coming in.
black.
Joan and David, hi. So what were you saying about high
Maybe.
school tempura paint? Isn't that fish
Yeah,
batter?
like poster paint. They wouldn't
Right. Okay.
they wouldn't give the art teachers anything but plain pencils, some plain color pencils, tempera paint. And for some of us, a couple of us that wanted to pursue art, those teachers went out of their way and out of their paychecks to go and buy like Liquitex, and stuff for us to be able to use. And I was also in a group in a class called Productions. We did, like pep rallies, dance routines, and we did a musical every year. And from what I've learned after I left, just like 2 years after I graduated, they cut that program too and got rid of that class. So
it's not good when the arts suffer.
I understand that, technology and science is important for the young generation moving forward, but, we got to keep the kids not falling completely, being absorbed into the AI and everything. We need the kids to learn what it's like to hold a paintbrush and to express themselves and to sculpt and sing and perform and still have, suburbs who have, a high property tax and stuff can, have nice programs like that. But most of the city schools, especially inner city, if you don't have you're not at a charter school or something, all the arts are the first thing. But yet sports is, don't get me on that too. I mean, I understand sports and exercise is important, but when they cut all that out and cut out the art, it's like,
when the creative arts part suffers, it does have a negative effect on the kids. It really does. We really need that.
Some especially more than others.
Yeah.
Especially with home environments and stuff. Art for me was a way to be able to escape what I was going on at home and stuff. But and then at school too, with the bullying, my art class was like my favorite class after a certain grade because I could go in there and the teachers would, know what was going on. At least the art teachers did. I think art teachers, except for one that I had, could be very empathic, could be very sensitive. And
sure, I wouldn't be surprised.
Except for one who told me I would never make anything out of myself in art except maybe as a hobby.
You know what? Teachers are people too, and they say stupid SHIT, right? So give some grace and sympathy and you're not very smart. So you should never say something like that. I remember something awful a fourth grade teacher said to me. I mean, they're people and they mess up and it's horrible. And I'm not making light of it, but it's like,
but it happens, 3 years
unfortunately.
ago, I think it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I actually ran into that teacher after almost 30 years. The last time I saw him was in 88. And his wife was in an art exhibit that I was looking at. And I saw him and my heart started to beat. I got my heart fell into my stomach. I started shaking and I'm like, oh my God, that's him. And after about 5 or 10 minutes, shouldn't I, I walked over him and I said, Mr. So-and-so. And he says, yeah. And went, he's at Mitchell. He goes, yes. And I said, you don't remember me because you're an art teacher. I had you, I explained to him that he was an art teacher. And I said, I was wondering if I could share something with you. And he says, okay. And I said, and I explained to him very kindly what he had said to me. And he looked at me and his face just dropped. He said, no, I would never have said that to a student. And I said, but sir, you did to me. I was having a hard time at home. I had some health stuff going on. I really did try. I said, but this is not for me to make you feel bad. I just want to let you know that after that year, I worked really hard. And I told him that, I graduated with my senior art award. I went to college. I have a degree in fine arts. And, after all those years, he looked at me and he said, well, I'm proud of you.
Yay. Sometimes spirit or loved ones on the other side come through and the person doesn't remember saying anything or doing anything at all. But maybe that's what you needed to hear to make you go, F you, I'm going to show you.
That's
and tell me what to do, Mr. Art Teacher.
Yep.
Hi, Lisa. Saying hi to people.
A backwards kind of.
And he really.
And you know what, Tanji? The same thing that fourth grade teacher said to me, although as painful and actually embarrassing and everything else, the comment was, in a backward kind of way, it got me to do what it got me to rise above it.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, I had a drama teacher, grade 9 drama teacher. He failed me because I missed the drama exam because I was filming a commercial in Toronto. I was the actress.
Wow.
I was filming. I was doing what the drama class is for. And I told him I couldn't make it. He said, if you don't show up, you fail. And I couldn't show up. And I made a pretty penny that day, but I couldn't go to do the drama exam. So he automatically failed me and he wouldn't listen. But I went to drama. I went to take it in summer school because I missed, I think, 2 or 3 exams that day. And I went to summer school and made up for it. But I made some of my, at the time, best friends and had some amazing summer experiences.
Right.
Because I went to summer school because I automatically failed the exams because I was filming a commercial. So it worked out.
They should have used that like as extra credit or something as like for us
they used to be very strict about missing exams. You had to be there.
I got to go to the David Bowie concert because I met somebody at the
David Bowie. Wow.
I went to both of them, Glass Spider and the Golden Years. I forget, but anyway, the first one, the Glass Spider one, I went because I got free tickets from a friend whom I met at summer school because I failed drama while filming a commercial. So a couple of good things came out of that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you guys off.
Oh no, you're good.
I had to say it or
we share stories. And this is a beautiful reflection of talking about summer solstice. Summer solstice is the light conquering the dark for a day, rising above. And that's exactly what we all did with your teachers, Tanji's teacher, my teacher. We rose above what people told us that we couldn't do or tried to put us down for what we couldn't do. And yet here we are, we excelled and we succeeded. So that's a perfect thing to talk about, especially with arts and things and acting. This falls right under, summer, the fire signs, creativity, the wands. So this is just perfect topic.
Yeah.
And Joan still visiting your sister? Oh,
so I was going to say, Joan says She had so many art teachers tell her she was doing it wrong for whatever project she was creating. But how can art be wrong? And I said, exactly. There's no rules in art. There's no rules to make art. To, you put a coaster on your forehead and walk around the streets singing Shakespeare lyrics. That's a form of art. There's no rules to it.
Right.
Well, except for when you're learning certain specific techniques and skills, learning how to, shade.
There's no rules to creating art. There may be like rules to it. No, you could, girl.
Right.
When you want to, she knows. You guys know what I make, what I do, because it hits me. When you want to go make a sandwich and it turns out to be the best thing you ever made, yeah, you have the basic rules of okay, bread, condiments, cheese. But you put everything into it. There's no rule to how you make your food or your art. So I also don't like the teacher. First of all, I always remember whomever I'm talking to, if they're young, the human brain is not fully developed to at least 25 and sometimes older in certain people. So to tell these young minds that are developing and looking to these teachers for guidance, and for the teacher I've had teachers flat out say to me, you can't play the drums because you're a girl.
That happened to me.
And I just stood up and said, excuse you, I've been playing drums at my grandmother's basement apartment for years. Okay. Well, we can't have a girl in the high school band play drums. And I just did my diva thing, threw some pens and papers and was silly and funny. Everybody laughed, but he still didn't change his mind.
Yep.
So, I want drums too.
Oh, that was great. When I was able to play those couple of years, when I finally got my my used set. Oh man, I used to put my headphones on, listen, and but after my dad passed, and I moved back in with my mom, they just kind of sat in the garage for a little bit. My mom's like, well, if you're not going to use them, she sold them. And so, and after that, whenever I moved, I couldn't get, oh my God, Scouts. Hi, Scouts.
I don't mean to, he just insisted to get in my lap. He'll get down.
It's okay. Mozzie does that too.
Yeah. And then Cream Puffs makes his, and look at Monkey, Deb H's dog. She's always, he always wants to be center of attention. Oh, he's so cute.
Thank you.
What's his name? Scout?
Scout. Yeah.
He reminds me of the Little Rascals dog. With the.
Oh, yeah.
Petey.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm looking at Monkey's I'm like,
he's a Jack Russell.
I can't remember.
There's a little bit of there's a little bit of beef in a bowl right there. That's what he's wanting.
Oh.
He's already had plenty.
Scout wants beef in a bowl. That's a treat for every dog. The Scout wants beef in a bowl. Go eat it and be a hug. You knock the camera down, you have a total fit, and then you let your mom know that you gotta sit over in the corner while you have beef in a bowl.
Beef in a bowl. You're so funny. Sorry, I'm propping I'm not home right now.
I have nowhere else to go.
There we go.
I don't have anywhere else to go either. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that was fun. I don't even remember what it was. That's my angel. Oh, so Rossi. Okay.
No.
So David says,
you like the song?
I like
Jonathan.
Cat. And then that's Rossi's dad. That's my angel cat. Also, that's Happy that you see in the picture. His name is Happy.
It.
Okay, bye, Jonathan. Thank you for coming
name.
by. It was so good to see you pop in.
I love it when people name their animals after food or other animals, like a dog named Duck or a cat named Lettuce.
When people give their dogs, especially like a strong man's name. I think that's hilarious. Like this is
like the other day,
like Sherlock Holmes,
or my dog Bob. I just think that's hysterical.
Yeah, the guy was walking a dog in the park the one day, and in this one park we go to, because it's not a big park, it's kind of set aside. People take their dogs off the leash; they don't put them on the leash, and so this dog comes walking all over our blanket and everything, and we're like, oh, hello, you, yeah. His name was Kevin. I'm like, I never
right, like
I love
that. Isn't that funny? So
I have a
funny.
cat, another cat, the father of Cream Puff. His name is Special Agent Gibbs because he looks like a
Gibbs!
ex-CIA
That's
mafioso type guy. So we
Of
just call him
course, that's
Gibbs.
his name.
Special Agent
Well,
Gibbs.
my other cat's name is
Lemon
Ziva. I
pie.
named her after Ziva David, from NCIS.
That's
So
hilarious.
yeah.
I had what was it? It was something that went together. I think barbecue and sauce or salt and pepper when I had two cats and I was at my mom's growing up. She was the cat lady. She had every cat on the planet. So she would name them, but for fun, I would give them my own names. So when we'd go outside, I forget what it was, but it was something funny. So like Mass and Murderer. So when they would go out, I'd say Mass, Murderer, Mass, Murderer, Supper.
Mass murderer. Oh my God.
That's what I do, and that's how my brain works. Hey, I'm here all week. Halle Berry, lemon pie. I love it.
Yeah. So I got
What is
that. I got that wrong. So Rossie's den is kitty cat. I think she's saying
Halle Berry.
that's name is Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Wow.
So yes. And a lot of times I'll remember people's pets' names before or I remember their name.
Same. Or I like their pets more than I like them.
Yeah, that happens a lot
Mm.
with
And
neighbors.
really a quick plug. Jane the Seeker will be joining Allyson and I this Friday for our Friday night good night show. So
Nice.
that'll be the
We
first
have a
time Jane's
Chihuahua
been on my channel.
down there. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Nice. Oh, we have a Chihuahua down the road. She's just this tiny little thing, and she's a yipper, and her name is Killer. And I absolutely love that. I love that.
That's
every time
adorable.
she's on the lawn and we go by, she's barking and barking. I go, "Hi, Killer." And she always is in shock because she's like, "You know me? I don't remember you." Oh, and she doesn't bark. Like at first, she's like, "Hi,
Yes.
Killer." And then she gets
That's so
insulted and
cute.
walks away. But it suits her. She looks like Killer.
Yeah.
This little tiny, the
I
darker
have a
Chihuahuas.
Chihuahua as well, but she's
Yeah, I
in
was
the other
gonna
room
say.
with my sister.
Aw.
Or she might be outside. I don't know. She loves it over here because they've got rabbits living in their yard all over the place. She goes up there and looks around for rabbits.
Is she the dark Chihuahua or the lighter Chihuahua?
She's black and tan.
Yeah, okay, that's Killer. Killer was
Black
black.
and
That's
yep,
like calling
short
them
hair.
they're tiny.
Yep. She goes about 10
Yeah.
pounds though. She's not I mean she's very lean, but she's kind of long, kind of tall. I mean,
What's
she looks
her
just
name?
like a Chihuahua. She's probably not 100%, but she's 10 pounds.
What's her name?
Lulu.
Lulu.
Which was my
Black
Lulu's.
and tan and only 10 pounds. The Allison's Chihuahua
love how she
name
does
is Lulu. She's a cutie and she likes to watch the rabbits
She
in
is.
the yard. In the yard.
Oh, wait a
She
minute.
is, man. She is.
I
It's
forgot.
hilarious. She is such a prey hunter. It's like, it's hysterical. I mean, she's like all about it.
Love
Takes
it.
it very seriously.
So I just realized I've been having us on. Do you ladies prefer this or would you ladies prefer that?
Either one.
That's good.
Some people don't like the
I guess you
up
can
close
see us
and-
better like this. Let me move my camera so I'm in the middle. There we go. Yeah, you can probably see us better like this. I'll scoot mine
Okay.
closer so I'm more symmetric to what you guys are doing. There we go.
Some people
better
like
for my-
close ups and some people are like, no, you can keep me back. So
I'm whitewashed by I got the floodlights on me. I don't care. It's
Yeah,
okay.
you got a great light. I'm like all in the dark. I'm like trying to find a happy medium here. I've got a light behind me, which is the worst place to put it, but this is the best place, whatever, to sit. I'm not home.
You got the
so.
sunlight on you though, right?
Because my light at home is not great,
Good.
but anyways,
I
whatever.
just got an
Okay.
Amazon, like an $8 Amazon clip-on light.
Yes. Do you like
That's
it?
what I have. I love it.
That's
It's just
awesome.
a desk lamp that you
Yeah,
clip
you know, I
on.
bought one at Target and it was so inexpensive. But the light was fabulous. Then it broke like in no time. So I returned it because I
Yeah.
literally only had it a couple days. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna order one though. And I just then I forgot and I just never did it. But it was one of those, do you have a ring light?
It's
Oh,
Oh, look
no,
at
it's
that. Look at it changing. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, yeah.
oh,
yeah.
my
Yeah,
spaceship.
that's really neat. Yeah, I need to
I
get
get
one of those.
but
My
some
lighting
green
is all
bananas.
really dark at my apartment. Like it's all really dark. No matter how I set it up. Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
not
that's
trying
I
to
like that.
give
I'm gonna.
anybody
Yeah,
a
you
headache.
just reminded me. I need to do that. And they're not
Yay!
expensive. The
No,
ones
they're
I was
not.
looking at, and they
No,
work
you can
great.
get good deals. Mhm.
Minus the flat. It's just a flat weight thing. It's so you don't
Right.
see the bulb. So I love that.
Okay, because the
But
one
it's
I got, it
changing
was
on
kind of like a
film.
circle, but whatever. And it
Yeah.
did work good, but then the thing it was on, it like snapped, and I was so careful with it. I was like, well, this is
Ooh.
really cheap.
You want to get the ones that
Hi,
are
Ginger.
hard to open because mine's hard to open, but that's durable because then they're sturdy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll look
And-
around and I'll order
and
one.
this is a
I'm trying
perfect
not to get stuff from
conversation.
Amazon, but
Lighting tips from us.
Yeah, especially now that Tanji brought her magazine for her reads tonight. Her
I'm going to be
bibliomancy.
doing the Margot Robbie Barbie edition cover Vogue for the bibliomancy readings. Yeah.
very
And it
cool.
worked. Before, when Heather and I were talking backstage and she was talking and I wasn't looking, and I said, okay, book, how's the live gonna go? And it landed right on woman to woman talking. Like nothing.
Yeah,
weird.
that was cool. She opened the page right up and the woman to
the
woman.
picture, and now I can't find it, of course.
And Ginger joined us.
There.
Hi, Ginger.
I landed right on her feet above the words woman to
And
woman.
it says New York. It might be the city, but I had somebody tell me who's from the city when I was living in Arizona. He moved from New York City to Flagstaff, and I was working with him for a while. And he says, "Oh, you're not a real New Yorker." I'm like, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Yeah, you're Western New York. You're not from the city. You're not a real New Yorker." And I'm looking, excuse me. I mean, he was kind of serious, but also pulling my leg. And it's just like, but he's not the only one that's implied that. It's like, if you're not from like really upstate right there by the city, you're really not a real New Yorker.
That happens no matter where you live.
I'm surprised you didn't say, I'm walking here.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? I don't.
Right?
But
Right?
that happens no matter where you live.
Hey, do people go up to Times Square Elmo and say, you're not the real Elmo? No, they just accept him for what he is.
Yeah, like if you weren't born and raised somewhere, or if you're not from a certain part of that area or this or that, I don't care where you've lived. I experienced that different parts of California where I live, even in Michigan. I mean, it's just, when I was in Florida, it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
It happens everywhere.
Now, I had to put this up because this caught my attention. Thomas showed us his alien probe marks. Thomas,
Which
who?
Thomas?
I'm
The tank
confused. Is this another Let me go back. I should have had moved Thomas to the spotlight where he showed us his chest. Okay. Jane, I'm not sure who this individual is, but he showed alien probe marks. Okay. Ouch. See, now that's what I get.
I'm not going to say anything. I have a really bad joke, but I'm not going to say it.
Why not? It's 9:00.
I don't think it's PG.
No, it's not.
Well,
Allison's in my brain right now.
Well, you remember that night that I had Melinda from False Teeth Real Tarot. You remember where that conversation went? And how far down the hole it went? See?
He's got a sock puppet.
Oh. Okay.
It wasn't me, it was the puppet.
Right.
I know where you were probed. Show me the marks. Stop it! That's Heather's life.
I know what was going on.
I can't take my unicorn puppet anywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Were
those
you okay, Heather?
Oh yeah,
what's
where's
that
Heather?
joke?
Oh, there she is.
Yes.
Oh, she went and got her bunny.
Look at his belly. See how big it is? I call him Buddha Bunny.
Buddha Bunny. Oh, I love that.
Cute.
I used to call Max Buddha Baby when he was
Buddha
younger.
Baby.
We sit in his little bumbo eating his food, and he was all.
And I know Allyson
baby
likes
fat.
rabbits and bunnies, so I had to go grab that.
Who's Max?
My son, the chosen one.
Oh,
He's 17, going on 90. Curmudgeon old man.
Oh, mine's 21.
I have a 21-year-old too, and an almost
do you?
30-year-old.
I
Yeah,
have
Really?
a 15-year-old.
Max is the baby.
Wow. Wow. And I love that name. My partner, my most recent long-term partner, that's his name, Max. And I separate from him, I love that name. Is he actually Max or is he Maximilian or
Max with 2 X's?
Oh, very cool. Oh, I love it.
Look at this. Jane has a son named Max.
Super cool. Seriously, I love that. That's dope.
I think
that's
Max
great.
is one of those names that it's you can't get mad at anyone named Max. It's just like
it's just such a strong, powerful. What are you gonna do with it? It's Max. I mean,
right?
Yeah,
it means the best. Translated,
and 2 X's. I mean, come on.
Oh.
And I love that you did that. X's and Q's and Z's are totally underused.
Well, his middle name begins with a Z, and I could have used an X, but then I thought I didn't want the triple X. I didn't want the MAXXX.
Yeah.
So I his middle name was with a Z in Canada.
Very cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so the Thomas that Jane was talking about is Tarot Your Way with Thomas. So I'm not sure if I'm familiar. I think he does politics. He's a political reader. That might be why I might not know him, but I could be wrong. But so he had an alien encounter. Okay.
Wow.
Very cool.
Was it
as you do
the nice ones?
Oh no, Jane.
I did the same.
I call them
every day. I call my sons.
That's so cute.
Oh my
At home,
God,
I think it's hilarious. That's adorable.
Maxipad, Maximilian, Maximoso. One day I stood in the kitchen for like at least 20 minutes trying to figure out all the ways I could say his name.
I call him the Max, taking it to the max. We did all the Max jokes. Yes. And you know what? If you're a Max, you can take it. You can
take it. Because you literally are the best.
Yeah,
that's
you wouldn't have been
Max
named
means.
Right? Yeah.
Take it to the max.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Mine's Maximilian. Well, he's not mine anymore, but he's Maximilian, and he never, ever, ever, ever uses that. It's just Max.
Love it.
Yeah, no, it's a great name.
Very cool. So, do we want to take this conversation further, or should I read about Litha? Should I kind of get into the spiel of what?
Sure.
Is there now, Allyson? I know I'm not sure what you actually practice. I know you're very focused on your ancestor altar and ritual for ancestors. Yeah. Do you have anything planned tonight? I'm assuming that your sisters, you might be having a bonfire.
We're here for a bonfire. That's why I'm here. My sister lives about 10 minutes away. So you'll see me here more in the summer than at other times of the year, but I am here. No, we're just doing a bonfire, and actually we're just doing a bonfire. Really quickly, this isn't about me, but today I had my a field trip for my students. And then I was gone so long that I had her come get my dogs today because it was just too long of a window to be gone. And then I got here and then realized, long story made short, decided to just stay rather than go home and then come back and whatever. So I don't have my tarot deck with me, which is a bummer, but I do have that new deck that I love because I was reading the book while I was parked today. And then she has a couple decks. She's got the Avalon book, or the Avalon deck. I'm like, I'm good. It's fine.
Oh, so your sister reads as well?
She doesn't. She has that deck from when we went on a cruise like 20 years ago. We both got it. No, my sister's nice. My sister's a medium, which I've probably told you before. I don't know if I have or not. She's an actual. Yeah, it's that's a whole nother thing. She doesn't really delve into it as much as she could. It kind of freaks her out a little bit. But no, she communicates with people that have died. Yep, she sure does.
Someone in my family has that.
That's what we do.
But she shut it off.
It's a normal conversation for us. Other people are like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'm just talking to someone you can't see."
Yeah, my mom used to tell me when I was younger that she was born with something called a veil on her face. I guess some people call it a caul.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know if that's if that is what defines you as a real medium, or if you don't have one. That's what I was just wondering, if that's is that like a prerequisite to be a medium? Is you have to have one of those, or?
I think everybody's different. I mean, I have a special birthmark on my body in the shape of a strawberry, and my name is Tangerine. So,
you know what I've noticed about mediumship, and there might be something to this. I don't know. And I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? I was just
No,
sidetracked
no,
and I came back and I
no.
thought, okay, because if I jumped in, please tell me.
Blinking.
No, something I've noticed about
Have
mediumship.
I forget what
And
it's
this
called.
is not at all going to be like earth shattering. I'm sure you guys probably already know this, but
Let me put
people
my
that are
special glasses
mediums.
on. I'm listening. I have my special
Are
glasses
you
on.
serious with this girl? People that are mediums usually have a parent that's a medium, and a grandma, and a great grandfather, and a this and a that and a that, and it moves along. So, yeah, and it's true in my family as well.
Well, no one in my family would admit to it, but my mother's
that's
very
just it. Same here. Like
Starsy.
my dad, I don't
She's
know that my
Starsy.
dad's a medium, but I suspect that he probably is because I think that his mom probably had something that she shut down. She was labeled as
My
schizophrenic.
grandmother did that. Shut it down.
She was not schizophrenic. She
No.
wasn't schizophrenic. She definitely had some stuff going on, but a lot of people
But
do.
my mom.
And then her mother and father both were they conjured spirits. So whether or not they were mediums or they just conjured, I don't know. Or, you know what I mean? They brought in stuff. They worked with, they did levitation and all
Did
this
they ever
kind of.
go to Lilydale back in the day?
And they manipulated energies and did some stuff. I'll tell you one super quick story. My dad apparently had some schoolwork one time that he was really worried about a test, and he spent the night with his grandparents, and he was mentioning this to his grandparents that night. And so my grandma or my grandfather, because this is a really, really old story. So, you know, I'm just kind of filling the blanks. I'm not saying word for word this is exactly how it happened, but he was this part. I'll just say what I know. They told him not to worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
About it. Don't worry about it. Like they got the gist of what was going on. He did extremely well. And he knew that she had manipulated some sort of energy, did something so that it happened. And
I thought you were going to say, don't worry about it. And the next day, the test blew up or something like that.
Right. And it might have been, I believe it was her. It might have been her husband because apparently they were both into it. It was both of them. But anyhow, and then my sister straight up has, you know, stuff coming to her and it freaks her out. And she,
my sister shut it down. Yeah. She wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of the people I talk to are passed on. You're only part of the 10% that are corporeal.
Yeah, I think it's so
Maybe
cool.
You aren't.
And I've come to find it's more and more common. There are so many people that do this, and a lot of them shut it down and just don't deal with it.
Yep.
And a lot of them are people that were like
shut it down.
Either had something scary happen to a child, either they had a near-death experience, or they grew up really frightened or shy or timid or whatever. Like it's all these different possible, you know.
We had an evil spirit living in our house, so that shut my sister down because she saw it and it would attack me. So when I saw my one spirit, I saw it was my aunt. After that, it was just like any other experience was this thing coming at me. And so no matter what, growing up, whenever I thought I would feel like an energy or something, my heart would start racing. I would, you know, get scared. I mean, everything was all, you know, on edge. And then sometimes it would follow me into my dreams and I would get these attacks in my dreams. So for me, no matter, even if I try to ask to open it up a little bit again, I still, after all these years, I haven't. I don't know if it's because it's completely shut down now and it can't be reopened, but because of what happened. So I just accept it for what it is and just try doing whatever I might have inherited from my mom and her side and just kind of use it through the cards, you know, in my artwork.
I think your guides are protecting you because you deal with so much already. They're like, no.
It's quite possible.
I've had many haunted houses we lived in because we moved so much, but I've talked about it before, but not in a while, so I don't know if you guys know, but I'll try to be brief. We lived in a haunted house in Toronto, me and my new husband at the time. There was things going on, and then we had a dog, beautiful white Eskimo, American Eskimo, pure white fluffy dog.
Oh yeah,
puppy was the best. And then we were in, because the house had been turned into apartments. There was 2. So we were in the bedroom with the old fireplace that had like a grate in front of it. It was like blocked. But the puppy, as he got older, started to be, staring at the old fireplace and barking and growling. And then things started to progress because it knew it could be seen. And then I started to experience stuff, and then my husband started to experience stuff, and it got so bad it was ruining our marriage.
Wow.
And I just, because I'm a Taurus and I'm also a bit of a diva, I put my foot down and had a fit and told it like as if it was a guy walking around my house. Who do you think you are? Boundaries, blah 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 blah. I gave him crap. And then he calmed down. The energy calmed down, and I had my friends from down the street. 2 other girls came, and we did, because for me, I speak for me, it's stronger when you deal with if you had 3 of the same, so 3 girls, 3 women, bringing in this
Power
strong
3.
divine, yeah.
Right.
And we did a seance, and we found out the guy was just trying to get attention because he had been so far gone. A madness when he died, and on the other side was stuck. So we had a beautiful seance. We all ended up seeing and saying the same thing.
Oh, wow.
So we knew it was legit. We crossed him over, and he came back later on, and now he's one of my guides.
What?
So it's a weird, I mean, figures. I was
Wow.
haunted by a crazy spirit, but guess what? Now he's one of my guides. I mean, it's like that story of like, I got mugged by a robber, but 3 years later we got married.
Right.
Happy solstice, Jane.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
that girl.
That's hilarious. No, and I mean, honestly, I'm at a
True.
point now where it's like, I think so much is possible. It's just like, you live, and the longer you live and the more you hear, and it's just like, and I'm very
You can't let fear, I understand people do, but you can't let fear control you, because I'm not one to get scared. I get mad and rage comes out. How dare you haunt
that's
me?
how I am too. I get pissed off.
Right? And sometimes
I used to get scared.
It's what you need to do. You need to just, tell them, because listen, if something happened to you and you crossed over and eternities go by and no one's paying attention to you, you're going to start throwing dishes and scraping the walls until someone goes, knock it off. And then you're like, you can hear me?
You can really
this is
see
my
me.
problem. This is my help me. I'm trying to get someone to help me, so I'm breaking dishes,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that, because and once we crossed him over, I'm telling you, it was like flowers and light, like the light energy, the lifting of that weight of the house was amazing. And not too long after that, I finally got pregnant with my first child. So it was it was like a gift, here you go.
We have a spiritual question from Isadora. What does it mean when I get a feeling of something that happened years ago? I'm not sure, like a deja vu.
What does it mean when I get a feeling of something that happened years ago?
Like you can't remember what it was.
Can you rewrite that question?
Yeah.
With a little more detail, more context.
She gets a feeling, but we just don't understand the question. Feeling
See, I never know how to follow. I mean, she's
just go with it. Don't fight it. Never fight the current.
You don't need a 3-ring circus. Tanji is one of her own. She's got 1 ring and she uses it.
Is that Lulu?
I'm all those clowns stuffed into the car in one. Rossi feels pressure on the top of her head. Crown chakra. Pressure on the top of your head, crown chakra.
Sometimes
tingling on the top of your head, crown chakra.
Oh, she's got no. That was Lulu.
Oh. Lulu doesn't like serenade.
She did a little flash appearance. She wants to sit on my lap, but she doesn't like this chair really. Actually, she's weird. She's got a million issues. That might not even have been it. I don't know. She does stuff like that. She
She
jumps
got
up.
a
she does 2
million
seconds,
issues
she's
with
like,
the
nope,
cherry.
I'm out. She leaves.
Yeah. Is she one of those animals that is like, touch me, love me, pick me up? No, don't. Once you do, they're like, stop.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, she doesn't do it much, but when she does do it, she does that. She's very brave outside. She's really chicken in the house. It's really weird. I don't
Her
know.
name
But I
was
don't know her
originally
story.
Lulu.
But
That was
she's
her
she's
name.
chilled a lot since we got her.
That was my
Oh, that's
Lulu.
your Lulu?
Until we accidentally called her Lilu one day from the Fifth Element.
Multipass.
And she perked up her ears and she was like, oh, I like that
hold on
name
one
better.
second.
And yeah. But that was her name. So when you said Lulu, I was like, oh my goodness.
I love names for dogs or cats. Lilu, Lulu, Lila, Lily. I think it's sweet.
So Isadora said, I remember something that happened through a feeling. Okay.
Oh, she got a feeling.
It got
and
a
then
feeling,
remember it triggered a
but
memory. Is that what you
yeah.
mean, Isadora?
She remembered something. That's how I feel with dreams. I will dream.
I remember something that
and I will
happened
feel
through a
something.
feeling.
Oh, sorry.
Well, when you smell something or you hear a song, you remember memories.
Oh, absolutely.
But yet
Scent.
you can't remember. It's like that thing that just kind of
like you blocked it out and then you remember it. Yes.
And she goes, yes. Nailed
All
it.
the time.
And with this time too, really quick with the Litha, this is, there was something that we were talking about that I remember highlighting. So, okay, this is a time of focused development and determination as you gain strength and reclaim your inner resolve. So for those of us who want to be able to study our dreams, want to remember more, want to try to bring back our gifts, or even explore something new, this is a good time to be able to do that as well.
Nice.
Because of Litha, the card is called intensification. So there's that intense energy, solar energy. And Allyson, I didn't get a chance to show Allison's question, but I did create a themed question for tonight if anybody would like a card pulled. And let me bring that up really quick. And just trying to come up with something. And with it being the sun, I thought tonight would be good. What does the sun want to illuminate on my spiritual path today? Because the sun, today's the sun overcomes the darkness. Even though they both need each other, the sun has overcome the darkness. So what does this sun want to shine, to illuminate on our spiritual path today? Does that resonate? Does that question resonate with you, Allyson?
Same question. What does the sun want to illuminate on my spiritual path today?
Yeah, because of it being solstice, what's it trying to illuminate for us to see, to start working on going into the summer?
Okay.
What is
so
the
really
light
it's like,
trying
what is
to
the summer solstice going to bring in?
Yeah.
Basically, right? What does the sun want to illuminate on my spiritual path? Okay.
I know I know my questions sometimes get a little wordy, but I like.
No, it's okay.
Stuff, so
I'm just trying to think
writing.
how I'm going to ask that, and in my mind, what I get, it's the same thing, but it's that how is the summer solstice going to contribute to someone's spiritual path for that person individually that we're reading for? Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because today is the day of the sun, the longest day.
Yeah. It is.
And it illuminate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As long as
so we got Isadora, Mystic, Teresa, and Rossi all said yes. Okay. I'm going to be doing bibliomancy through my Vogue issue of Margot Robbie because she plays Barbie and I love the color pink. It comes out next month.
I love pink too.
So, Allyson, if there's another way you want to reword it too, or however.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Because I know 3 different people, different ways of reading.
No, we're all basically. It's just it's fine. Perfectly fine.
Okay. So let's see. For our first person, it's going to be Isadora Smith, and as always, my guests go first. So.
All right, ladies, scream out stop whenever you feel.
Stop.
Left or right, Allyson?
She's got herself muted.
Oh, left or right?
What did you ask me?
Left or right?
Left.
So right where my thumb landed, this is what I'm going to read from the book Isadora, and it's an interview with Margot Robbie. It says right where my thumb is that they were writing the script during lockdown also mattered. Baumbach says, we were in the pandemic and everybody had the feeling of it. Who knows what the world is going to look like? That fueled it as well. The feeling of, well, here goes nothing. So what the sun wants to illuminate for it's Isadora, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm getting from this is, hey, go with the flow. Why not full card energy? Here goes nothing. Go for it. So illuminating your freedom to go for something that maybe you didn't think you could do because the pandemic hit, or something you thought of during the pandemic but now you brushed it off, or vice versa. It's something maybe you thought about but then you kind of hummed and hawed. Now is the time the sun wants to illuminate that you can. Why not try? You can do what you want to do because now is the good time to do it. Hope that helped you, Isadora. Thank you.
Awesome. I think Allison's still shuffling. So, are you all set, Allyson?
Heather, what is this woman's name again? It's gone.
It's Isadora.
Isadora. Okay, thank you. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna pull from another deck as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Isadora.
Yeah. So Isadora, I have dragon. I have power. So, and it looked like number 2, number 11. So, like what Tanji was saying, I'm going to kind of play off what you was just saying, whether during the pandemic or after. A lot of us started watching YouTube, especially YouTube that had to do with tarot, oracle, and just spiritual in nature, messages from angels, guides, learning about our ET and alien brothers and sisters. So I'm feeling like, going off with what Tanji just said, dragon and power. You are drawn to start developing something. I feel like too, dragon might be a spirit guide or an animal totem that might want, if it's not already part of your team, might want to become one of your team, because that beautiful light, he's guarding you and your light. And that light, it shows that you're dreaming. So possibly some of your ideas or your visions are coming through dreams. So maybe start paying attention to some of your dreams. Next card I got was Standing Stones, which is passage. So there you are, you're at the stones, you're standing there, you're looking out, going, okay, how do I want to proceed further? It's like this is like a beautiful reading all the way through, showing that whatever it is that you want to learn or start exploring, it's open right there. And these feel like almost like kind of like mile markers, like you're making that first step. And these are all going to be like standing stones as you learn and develop as you move forward. And the last card I got for this is wolf spirit, family, finding your own. And family, this could mean that you might have abilities coming from your family, from your ancestors, like Allyson did, like Tanji did, and with some of my family. But also too, with wolf spirit, wolf is remember is pack oriented. They're a family. They may not necessarily all be blood, but they work together, they come together, they share a common goal to help protect, support, hunt, and to live together. So this could also mean moving forward, you are starting to find your spiritual family, and not to be afraid of that. And wolf spirit too is a very strong totem to maybe tap into, especially if it has to do with dreams, where you're getting maybe some of these visions, or you're looking for messages from your guides. Wolves are great for dreaming. They're at the moon. They have to do with intuition as well, strength, courage. So, yeah, those are my cards. Wow.
So as I told you guys, I don't have my tarot deck with me, so I'm feeling a little out of sorts, but I'm using a deck that I used to use. So this is kind of cool in a way, just talking out loud. And I brought a deck that I really am connecting with. So I will be using the book for that. This is new, and I don't usually use the book, but this is a little bit of a unique book or a deck. And so I'm going to learn from the book on this one. But first I will do this. What was her first name again?
Isadora.
So Isadora, I think that if this hasn't already happened, it's going to be happening. You're going to be either coming to some sort of truth or finding out a truth about something that's been burdening you for a while. That's been a burden for some time. It's something that you've been very loyal or connected to. So it could be a family member, something like that. But you're going to feel really, really good about this. It's going to be like a relief. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. And I wasn't even looking at your other ones because I was messing around.
You're on it, girl. Yep.
So, yeah. So you got that coming through. And then completely separate from that, maybe, I don't know. I haven't read it yet. And this is one of the ones I don't really know. This is a new deck. I'm loving this. This is the African Goddess Rising deck. And I am reading from the book, and I'm learning all these cards inside and out. So forgive me for those that don't like people reading from the book. I don't read from the book, but I'm going to be reading from the book. And it's been very powerful, very cool. So Allyson is her name. If I can get her in the camera, and she's not showing up very good. There's a lot of glare. Anyways, and her message, the word is miracles. So, Mambo Allyson, she's a high priestess, is the wise Haitian Iowa deity, queen of the market, riches, and sacred initiations. Respect her as the highly venerated spirit of the first priestess.
Ooh.
Okay. So that's who she is. Now I'll read what her message is. So her guidance message is this: you are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. So the embodiment message is this: you claim you want miracles, but you take an "I'll believe it when I see it" approach. What if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self, do what awakens your soul, and have your desires. This is life's miracle. If you haven't witnessed your miracle yet today, ask for it and allow it in. And the goddess declaration, which is really like the mantra, is my life is full of miracles. So I do think it's connected to the first message that I read. So, and I think because this is going to be such a relief, whatever this thing is that's going to happen, it's going to feel like a miracle. I think this is something you've been sitting on for a while, whatever this is, this truth and this burden, and you've been very loyal to it. This is probably related to family, I would think, maybe not, or like a legacy type situation or whatever it is. It's going to bring you great joy. It's going to probably seem like a miracle. I do love everything that is here that Allyson had to say, but and I hope this makes sense to you. And if it doesn't, I would see how it may if you gave it some oh my God, dealing with family health issues. So, and maybe there's going to be, anyways, if it makes sense to you, fabulous. But that was my message.
That's wow. Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
When you read with the cards and you connect with that new deck, I can feel that really, some people are like, oh yeah, I resonate with that deck, and that's why, like, no, you have a bond with these goddesses.
I do,
these
and I'm
deities.
loving it. Some of them I've read so many times I already do know them, but like today I pulled one I'd never even looked at. I mean, I've looked at all of it, but like actually read it and connected with a question and whatever. And you're like, oh, yeah, but yeah, and there'll be more.
And Andrea
awesome.
says that was a great reading, and also she says I love that deck. So
yeah, and this is it. If for anybody wants to see it again, Aviola Abrams, African Goddess Rising.
Oracle, beautiful, very nice, great reading. So the next person we will be reading on is Lisa. She is Mystic Traveler.
Mystic Traveler. Her name's Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lisa, are you still here? That's the one thing I forgot to kind of mention before we start reading. That if anyone requests a reading, that they could please stay in chat for your reading so that we can correspond with you. Yep, she's here. And you know, I get it. Sometimes life happens and you got to run. And just to let us know. But Lisa is here. You ready, Tanji?
I'm ready. Can I go? Did I go? So, Margot Robbie Vogue Bibliomancy wants to tell Lisa what the sun wants to illuminate for Lisa on her spiritual path is the view from here. So it's the view from here, and my finger landed on this house behind this lady. The beautiful view, being elevated, looking at things from a different perspective. There may or may not be a church involved, a commitment, a ceremony, a wedding, a place to go, an event that will. I don't know if this applies to Lisa, but being shown readers at a table, like a psychic fair type of thing, not open bar, like an open kiosk, like a flea market for metaphysical stuff, where there could be, whether Lisa is the reader or goes to the reader. I don't know if you've been thinking of if Lisa does this, but I'm seeing. They're showing me it's Lisa at a table with just like a nice cloth, like a tapestry, and like something simple, like a deck of cards or a coin or something, where it's just a simple place. You sit down where people can talk to you, Lisa. So whether it's exploring and what's it called, expanding your gifts. I see you being the one at the table, sitting there with the sun shining on you. I don't know if the place is near a church or if it's elevated, but traveling to somewhere, whether it's a little bit of a hike or a little bit of a drive, somewhere where you can change your view and your perspective of giving a reading or getting a reading. I'm thinking it's you going outside of what you would normally do. And for example, say you do read with cards. Maybe you're going to read with the coin, or it's just a simple table with a cloth and one item. So changing up how you do readings or doing readings, changing up, maybe expanding that and going outside. I just got that. Going outside of the box, doing readings out in public. That's what the sun wants to illuminate for you on your spiritual path, Lisa. Close again. Hope that helped you.
Yep, you got triple hearts and a happy kitty cat smile. So,
yay!
Thank you. All right, should I go? Okay, so Lisa, there's an opportunity here for you to let go of something, see things differently, and it'll be a good thing if you do it. And this is regarding communicating with somebody that you're on the outs with. So I don't know if this is family, friend. I have no idea who this is. This might come to mind. You might have to give it some thought, but there is an opportunity here. The door is open. And yeah, and I at the bottom of the deck I have healing and transformation as well. So it's there if you want to do it. That's all I got. It's very direct. It's very straightforward.
Nice.
Letting go, the bee, perception. I've got communication as the overall energy. I got the serpent and the swan at the bottom of the deck. So,
and what was the thing
there you
that I
go.
read? Did it say change the view or I forgot what it was, but maybe it's
What you
also
said?
yeah, because it goes with seeing that other person's point of view.
Yeah, well, that
With what
exactly
you're saying.
perception. She needs to let go. Yeah. So really, and it's not. It's to me. This is about maybe letting go. And I didn't want to get all into this because I want to keep it very neat and tidy. But it's about letting go of either being right, what you think it should be, whatever. It's about putting the connection above whatever the disagreement is that ultimately doesn't even matter.
Okay, she says, okay, thank you. She's thinking about it.
And again,
So-
this could be something old. This could be something new. It could be, whatever.
Arguments
But the overall energy is communication, to
And
communicate.
People tend to
It could
argue
even
with
be a group.
themselves.
What's
They
that?
argue with people tend to argue with themselves because they talk themselves
It
out
could
of
be-
doing
it-
something
it could
they
be- this
should
does-
consider doing.
It you know what? And I was ready to say no, Tanji, but you know what? It's because of the word communication. That's what I'm getting hung up on. But the victory and the letting go and the perception, it just with communication makes me feel like it's with another. It could even be a group of people or a situation. Even this could even be business. Honestly,
Different view.
I wasn't even. Yeah, pull back, Allyson.
No,
This is about
You're doing great.
no,
It's
no,
about
Allyson, stick
communicating.
with it.
And you could let go. This could be
There's
anything.
people here.
Apply it where it makes sense. I don't have anything here. I don't have any people cards. You apply it to what makes sense. I'm not getting drawn in a certain direction. So, but there's an opportunity here to communicate about something, see things differently. And by doing that, you will be victorious. There's something about the perception needs to shift. And it will create either knowledge or healing. So it could be, it could be business.
Different view.
But it's a
Yeah.
transformational opportunity. And but it requires communication in some regard. All right, that's it.
Love it.
Allyson, she put, no, this is good. She goes, I need these words. So trust yourself.
Okay, cool.
You're on it.
Yeah, apply it
Yeah.
wherever it makes sense.
And it does. There is people involved. One of my cards I got was invocation. There's a group of people holding hands. It says ritual, but there is a gathering of people coming together. This was going to be my last card, but I wanted just to bring that out first because of this communication and having to do with a group of people. And it says here, this is what's jumping in me out when I open up the books. I don't use the cards very often, this deck. And it says, heed the warning that invocation brings forth, for this action is not without danger for the inexperienced. Ritual teaches you to prepare for power and to judge wisely. It is vital to know about those you wish to invoke, whether this be spirit or people that you are bringing into your circle physically. So this card is talking about a group of people. Are you connecting with these people with communicate? I mean, talk about
It all makes sense.
It's an
Yeah.
invocation. And the first three cards that I got was the horse spirit. It says the freedom is yours. So you have the freedom to either walk away.
It's up to you.
Walk away, confront, hold back. However, I also got the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So I'm feeling if maybe and the freedom could be also talking to this individual or individuals, sharing your feelings, because usually when we express ourselves and we compassionately and kindly get things off our chest, even if it may hurt another, if we're not trying to be blatantly harmful or hurtful to another person, but getting your truth out getting your feelings out does bring you freedom, especially for pain in the past. And the last one I got was also coyote spirit. Now for coyote, for a lot of like indigenous tribes and including even European, coyote is kind of seen, as the trickster spirit. But in this deck, I'm hearing, it's kind of like a don't let them trick you, or don't let them trick you. I'm getting trust in divine detours. So it's saying that if you're getting signs not to follow through with a group of people, that you should no longer have communication with them. It's all, like Allyson said, with the card, it's all up to you. Miracles are endless. You have the cow, whether, it's all within your power. You create your own future, your own, miracles in the situation. But no, that just brings up, all three. So I hope that helps.
Nice. Love that. That was awesome.
And Heather.
Yeah.
And Tanji, I have to go.
Oh no.
Family, I'm sorry, but
No, it's okay.
I'm like double booked, and I'm here for the bonfire, and they're really wanting me to come out. So
have fun.
And I would love
Have
to stay a little
fun.
longer, but I feel like I'm being
go
rude.
dance.
And I'm being rude to
Bonfire.
you too. So I'm being
It
rude
was
to everybody.
great when we had you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
No, and I loved reading with you, Tanji. Let's figure out a way to do it again. For
Yes,
real.
girl.
We'll have
Yes.
it on a
I
Friday
think you're
night show.
awesome.
Yeah.
So-
I think you're awesome too, girl. Thank you. Go have
Awesome.
a great bonfire.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, ladies. Thank you. And thank
Bye.
you, everybody in the chat. Bye, Tanji.
Yes.
Bye, Heather.
Bye,
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you
Loves.
too, honey. Bye.
Hugs and loves. Boop. Yay.
All right.
I can smell the bonfire. I hope they have marshmallows. and s'mores.
Dancing around a bonfire. Oh, I miss that.
Yeah.
Sing by one, dance around, throwing stuff in them, and just letting. Got a bunch of bay leaves we can burn. Let's like with Tina setting those bay leaves on fire.
Who is next on the list? Boop, 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 boop.
Lisa said, "Thank you, appreciate you all. Wily like a coyote." Okay, so let me get Lisa off, and we have Teresa Levine. Teresa Levine, like one of the first in my chats for our lives. I'm gonna go mute.
What does the sun want to illuminate on Teresa Levine's spiritual path? Stop. Ooh. It's a picture. What am I getting? Words. Supper club. Supper food. Ooh. Okay. It was right there that I'm going to show you. It was right here. So there's this couple in the spaghetti booth. Sorry, I'm yelling. I get excited when there's food involved. Spaghetti booth talking. Right here is where I looked at her. It was like a bit of the glass, a bit of the sweater, and her. So what the sun wants to illuminate: listening, going out for spaghetti dinner, going on, I don't know, Teresa, if someone's asked you to go out to eat with them, but exploring culinary, exploring, my mouth is watering, trying something new. For example, not that you do this, but this is an example. Say you're the only one who cooks supper. And maybe somebody else wants to cook supper, and you can let them give the cooking reins over to them, or the other way around. Nobody lets you cook supper and you want to try your dish. So something culinary, something with food. Also, stained glass may be involved, because I was drawn to this part of this beautiful pink and green and yellow stained glass window. This is actually green. It looks blue in the screen. But listening, talking to somebody about going out, treating yourself to a nice dinner, or changing up the culinary, or taking a cooking class, or stained glass Stained glass cooking class, that could be a thing. Stained glass cooking class, now we gotta sing. So Teresa, maybe you wanna make something new. A stained glass cooking class, maybe just for you. Hope that helped you close the gate. Looks like a restaurant your husband and you would go to. Have you been out lately? Have you maybe gotta have a convo with him? Hey, let's go out day night. Let's make sure we go to a nice place to eat at least once a week or once a month. Something like that. Or maybe you always go where he wants to go and you could say, or vice versa. Maybe you always go where you want to go and he wants a new place to go to. Or maybe a new place opened up. You're like, you know what? We should talk. Do you want to check out that new spaghetti house down the road? Or something like that. But yay, hope that helped you. Take it away, Heather.
Alrighty, so
I'll be right back. I have to take a potty break. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay, so Teresa, I'm going to be working a little bit from the book because Colette Baron Reed, I mean, I don't know how many of you have that does readings or are familiar with her decks, but her Good Tarot, she comes at it from a different approach, and I love how she uses, nature in the cards, and she uses images to be able to help people through not just good times, but difficult situations, messages they need to hear, but she doesn't want to use images that are typically would scare people like in a traditional RWS. So what I absolutely love, and she gives like different quotations on how to approach the card. And for Teresa, I got Queen of Air, just absolutely beautiful. And we know that Queen of Air is Queen of Swords. And I'd love to in this deck that it's culturally diverse, it's age diverse, and just absolutely beautiful, especially with her. I love the wisdom, the crone woman, and she's holding her owl of wisdom. So in regular tarot, the Queen of Swords is a woman who is very intelligent, very intellectual, very instinctual. Well, her instinct is backed by her her knowledge that she has gained, no matter at what age. Because I've known some people who are young that have a very strong crone, Queen of Swords way of thinking or knowledge. They have that type of personality. So with the Queen of Air, what jumped out of me out of here, well, first of all, she sets healthy boundaries. And you're an air sign, so okay, because I was wondering if this was you, if this was somebody coming in, but thank you, you just went ahead and verified that for me. But yes, it's a woman who is not just with age or of a, not, she acknowledges her intuition, but she wants to make sure that it's backed with practical thought. And sometimes a Queen of Swords can be in a reverse, which she does not do reverse in this deck, which would make someone who is, thoughtless, cunning, very sharp-tongued. But what I'm seeing here is anything but. I see a woman who is very intellectual, says here strong self-esteem, healthy boundaries, and is well organized. And it says here, I have clarity of purpose. But what really stood out on this page is, can I let go of false truths and be rigorously honest with myself and others? So this is like the question being put forth to you right now. And I say, yes, you can, because I did get the strength card. And so strength comes in so many forms. People think, crying, like an example, crying could be considered a form of weakness, but that is actually strength, because you're showing your vulnerability. You're showing that you can release your emotions, because once you do, that releases those toxins out of your body, and it helps you get grounded, and it makes you stronger. Next, I got Eight of Earth would be the Eight of Pentacles. So you're really working on Okay, so you're working on something very diligently. And I love again that we have the cello, because the cello is considered, even though they did put this as an earth because it has that very deep earthy sound to it, they're also strings. And the sound is plucked, and you hear it because of air. So you have this beautiful balance of air and earth, and that tree growing the pentacles. So you're growing something, you're working on building something. And as I'm moving forward, I also get the Queen of Water. So I'm feeling like that perhaps you are starting to develop more of your maybe intuitive abilities. You're getting more back in touch with your feminine side, the strengths. Here, let me look, because there's something that I'm missing. I mean, it's all in there, but I just feel like there's just something else that I want to add. So Queen of Water. Okay, compassion, yes. Emotional security, generosity. Okay, self-love and self-care, a healer. So yes, so the self-care, the self-healing, and being a healer. I feel like this is what you're working towards. To be able to help heal others, a lot of times we have to start, working and healing with ourselves. But a lot of people feel like they can't be wounded or unhealed to be able to help another. You need to have a strong, mental capacity, and you need to be grounded, and you need to have strength. But helping heal another person can help heal us. It's a give and take in this relationship. And I'm just looking here really quick to see if one of her. So here, I heal myself so I can be the change I want to see in the world, and so my compassion can inspire others. That's beautiful. And the last card I picked was from her animal deck, the Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. So as you're developing, growing, and trusting and developing your healing abilities, first and foremost with yourself, it's remind you, and with the blue cards, that does have to do with our throat chakra. The blue represents speaking our truths, not being afraid to say what we want to say, and not being afraid to share our wisdom with others. And even in singing as well, because you got the cello also in there. So yes, sing your own song, be who you are, sing your own song, sing who you want to be into being, and that's it. Am I done? Let's
Nice.
see. I don't cry because I wouldn't give my dad satisfaction when he hit me. Oh, sweetheart. Well,
Hugs and kisses.
you've gone through all that, and you have that strength. And now it's okay to cry. I hope you know it's all right to cry, release. It's all emotion.
It's very healing.
It's time to heal. Yes.
Yeah.
And look at Tanji. There's that 12 again that came up today.
Nice.
So
and my favorite color,
Canary
yellow.
Spring. Yep. Sing your own
She
song.
says, "Wow, that was awesome. Thank you."
You're welcome.
Was awesome, Heather. And Allison's readings were awesome too.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Great readings for tonight. And our last read is for Rossi.
Rossi. Where's Rossi?
Oh, what
Need to know before this. What the sun wants to illuminate on Rossi's spiritual path. We'll stop there. Ooh, Dom Perignon. Fancy. Wait, oh no. And Lady Gaga. I landed right here. So you got Gaga, Dom Perignon and Gaga, and a bunch of dancers. Oh, dancing. Oh, the sun wants to illuminate for Rossi is stretching, yoga, gentle, maybe Tai Chi, movement, soft, graceful, purposeful, poised, gentle stretching or movement or dancing. Soft aerobics, easy yoga. I feel the sun coming on, but I'll wait. Dom Perignon, a fancy. It doesn't have to be Dom Perignon, but what would happen for someone to crack open a bottle of Dom Perignon? Extremely expensive, fancy what do you call that? Bling bling champagne. So what would so celebrate movement, celebrate moving, celebrate life, celebrate yourself. Grassy, sorry, I'm yelling. I yell when the guides are here. Put on some Gaga music if that's your thing. It says rising always. So always rising above, being poised, and you're doing great. You're rising above, you're elegantly moving, whether it's figuratively, spiritually, or physically, or emotionally, or spiritually, or financially. Graceful movements, rising above, celebrating, putting on some music, actually, literally, gracefully dancing. Also, I'm seeing a cruise ship, doesn't have to be, but when people christen things, they christen with champagne. So I'm hearing treat, elevate, like rise up, for example, you wanted to get a $2 bottle of champagne to celebrate getting your hair done. This is an example. Well, Spirit's saying, you know what? You deserve the $10 bottle. Like, treat yourself. Go up. Rise up, elevate. What do you call it? When you move, you're supposed to go up. Never move to a place that is lower than what you're living in currently. You want to, what's the word? Not rise up. You want to upgrade. Thank you.
There you go.
It's low. You want to upgrade. Moving on up to the Dom Perignon level. You're at the Dom Perignon level, Rossi. Rising always. Dom Perignon. I love this. Maybe go, if you want to go to a show, it's a ballet or something, or do that, stretch, or get into black and white photography. Put on some Gaga. Maybe go to a Gaga concert. Maybe treat yourself to.
Oh, that would be cool.
She's touring, isn't she?
I have no idea. But make sure you put protective energy juju around you at her concerts.
Yes.
Just saying.
Always. But I hope that helped you, Rossi, because okay.
Wonderful. And
Over to
really
you, Heather.
Quick, thank you. And really quick, Arwen said, is it too late just to have a car request after we're done with Rossi?
I'm fine if you're okay.
Yeah. So, okay, Arwen, you will be our last read for the evening. So you will be
And Teresa says, Heather, your gift keeps getting stronger. I agree. I tell her that all the time. Thanks, Teresa. No, she needs to hear it. What?
No, I said she tells me that, all the time. So yeah, I saw that.
Be one of the monsters. I love that.
Yeah.
Champagne taste, but a beer budget, right? Well, rise up.
Oh,
maybe
Asti. It has to be the Asti Spumante. I don't like the dry champagne. I like the sweet, the Asti.
Yeah, same. Sweet. Give me that sweet. Sweet champagne. I've been craving it. Haven't had it in years. Take it away, Heather.
Okay. So, Rossi, I got Moonlight Enchantment again, magic. So there's, again, tapping into our own personal magic. And when you said raising it up, you're talking about birds or wings or rising. Her middle card was the owl spirit. And look at those wings. Yeah, those wings spread wide open. And then she's got wings herself. So she's tapping into that wisdom, that inner magic of hers. And she's connecting with the wisdom of the animals. For owls, owls are known as, people usually give them a bad rap and say in a lot of cultural traditions they're considered a bad omen or something evil, but owls have the ability to be able to see what's really around them. They have those eyes that can see far distances for being able to prey for hunting and for food. They are nocturnal. They can be, there are some breeds that are diurnal, but being them connected with night too, you got another night. So really connecting with your own inner magic, your own intuition, the moon. I'm getting like high priestess like energy, really connecting with your intuition, being open to, nature's mysteries, And then the next one I had Dragon came up again for power. So there you are. Guarding your personal power. Make sure your personal power is protected. And also with the sleeping, you might be getting images or messages in your dreams as well. And I'm thinking that's probably what's, that last card, because the next card I got was from a different deck called the Rose Oracle. And I think, because I got the grandmothers, so I think perhaps your ancestors, and these ancestors don't have to necessarily be in this lifetime. It could be past life ancestors as well. And a lot of them can be your spirit guides as well. So the grandmothers from all the different, oh, wow, that's right. Okay. So it's saying to remember your roots, and like the owl, having perspective, being able to see at great distance, and and trust the weavings. So it seems like they are coming into your dreams. There's the galaxy, the spiral, you're going within. So I'm getting a lot of like nighttime energy. So perhaps nighttime is when you're able to tap into your magic, your personal power stronger. Then, because some people are really, their magic is strong, their inner, when people say magic, they think the wand kind of like magic, but this is like our energy. Like there are different hours and days of the week and minutes for like different angels, archangels, where you resonate for works that are stronger for that, for their particular hour. I know it's kind of confusing, but we all have different frequencies and we all resonate at different times of during the day. Some of us are more nocturnal, some of us are, daylight. So I'm getting nocturnal. That's maybe where you feel your most power. You're connected with the moon, the stars, the universe, dreams. So I'll leave it at that. And Rossi says she's a night owl. So if you're a night owl, that might be where your energy is connected and where you feel it's the best time for you to meditate, to sit and journal. I'm seeing automatic writing too now. So
there's an owl right there.
Yep.
I got my owl
nice.
on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What?
She's got your owl on. She says, thank you, this resonates. Oh, I need some water. Sip.
Okay.
Okay, so
last but not least, Arwen.
I hope you're
gonna do a collective too?
We can do a collective too if you want.
Okay. My antenna's not.
And then after we're done, I'll do a reading for you backstage if you want.
Okay. Thanks,
okay.
Hang on. Who are we doing? Arwen. I'm using Bibliomancy with the Vogue issue, summer issue with Margot Robbie on it. Because the Barbie movie is coming out next month. And I love pink. And Kate McKinnon is in it. And Will Ferrell and Ryan Gosling. And I want to see it. But anyway, that's why I'm using Bibliomancy with this magazine. Okay. So Arwen, the themed question is, what does the sun want to illuminate on my spiritual path today? Or right around this energy, the summer solstice. Stop. Ooh. Margot Robbie energy. Life's a rodeo. Robbie doesn't remember owning a Barbie as a child. I don't think I did. My cousin had a bunch. Ooh. I don't think I did. Cousin. Rodeo. Sitting on a fence. Look at this. This is great. It says, yee-haw. It's during one of the photo shoots. I don't know if you can see it very clearly. Cowgirl. I got to be careful. It's my mind. You know my mind. Arwen spiritual path. Tying up loose ends. Letting loose. Yee-haw. I have to say it. I'm going to say it as peachy as I can. Okay. Cowgirl. That's all I can say. Rodeo, maybe I don't know where you live, but if there's, I don't like rodeos. I'm personally speak for me. I don't like that, but not the actual rodeo, but the energy, like where the cowboys go. Do you live near a Western town? or where the things are, where the tourists go, the stuff with things and the thing where the whatchamacallit is. Okay, Corral Ranch, kind of touristy. I don't know what you call those. Westerns. And life's a rodeo. So whatever that means to you, but I'm really getting cowgirl. In Missouri, rodeos all around. Okay, well, you're gonna find something very this smells good. The perfume page. Put on some perfume, take your loved one or loved one's dude ranch. Go to a rodeo, eh? I'm Canadian, can you tell? Or get a hat or something. Maybe wear a hat and some sunscreen. That could also be the sun. Get it? The sun wants to illuminate that you need to wear sunscreen and sun protection. Well, I hope that helped you, Robin. Close the game. I can't hear you, honey. You're muted.
Oops. I said it's a good idea for sun protection, especially with, weather changes and global changes. The UV rays are getting stronger. So, got to make sure you got that protection.
Arwen just worked a rodeo 2 weeks ago.
Are you
for
serious?
real?
And I'm out. Just before her surgery. Now, did you work like physical labor, or did you do a healing, or did you work?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. If you could elaborate, that would be cool. But oh my!
I mean,
God.
if I ever went to a rodeo, it would only be to watch the clowns do their thing with not animals, just like running around. Summer solstice fire. Working on a rodeo, getting on the cowgirl outfit so that you can go and wear your sunscreen.
We just had
kids
a
area.
Oh,
kids
huh?
area.
Kids area. Just after surgery.
Sunscreen.
So,
I don't know what that is.
We just had a huge store. I haven't been in there yet. Open up in our area called Boot Barn, and apparently it's like mostly all like Western country boots.
These boots were made for buying, and that's just what you'll do. Go and buy some boots and maybe get more than one for two. Go on, boots. You. Start buying. BOGO, buy one, get one. I don't know. I short notice. I didn't wear sunscreen today.
Sunscreen.
Cool. Take it away, Heather.
Oh, excuse me. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I covered my mouth. Well, like Tanji says, speak your truth, get out your gas. Okay, so Arwen, the cosmos, creativity, vastness. So start tapping into the creativity, use your intuitive gifts. Again, moon energy, intuition, very feminine power, tapping into, okay, so tapping into the universe. Women, we're more connected to the moon because of our bodies. Wow, that's weird. I just thought my cat was just touching my arm. Our bodies are connected with the moon. The moon cycles. The moon, like water changes with the tides, with the ocean. So does our bodies, especially for those of us who still have our wombs. If we had children, that energy, that creative energy where we give life, that vastness, the same, to tap into that. That's where a lot of our strong creativity is. And that's your sacral area, is that orange color in your chakras. I saw you where I thought you were trying to get my attention. Sorry. The next card I got was the Ringmaster of Scrutiny.
Scratching an itch.
Scratching an itch. Okay. At least it's up here and not somewhere else.
You wouldn't see it if I was scratching it somewhere.
So, Arwen, the Ringmaster of Scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, and details. So again, clear vision, the moon, psychic abilities, tapping into that. And I'm also saying pay attention to details, using your discernment. You're developing that because I know you're starting to practice and getting into the healing. And when you start doing the healing, you start to get a feel of different people's energies in their bodies. And you develop creative ways of being able to tap into that energy to help people with the healing. Because I know when I was taking my Reiki classes, they would say, well, use this crystal or use this symbol or put your hands here. But a lot for me, it was intuition. I noticed everybody was different and certain things just did not work the same for other people. So creating that discernment, getting that clear vision of how you work when people come to you. And then I got Sisters of the Seasons, cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. So you will be developing, you will be growing, you'll be developing your abilities. You will start connecting more with the energy, knowing how it flows, and listening to it tell you how it flows and where to put your hands to where to send the energy. This will all really start coming to you. And the last card I got was the Keeper of the Scales, fairness and balance. And when you do, you will start finding there will be a more sense of now for balance. What's jumping in my mind right now is I know when we do healing, we give so much to others that we need to make sure that we're balanced ourselves. So what we give, we need to make sure that we're taking back as well. And that means making sure that you have time to replenish your energy and give back to yourself. So you just don't want to keep giving that energy and doing all this healing and not having anything be returned, replenished to you. Because like someone told me once before, there was like 6 months I went where I couldn't do any art whatsoever. But the previous 4 or 5 months, I had been doing so much of something else that my well was drained. So I had to wait and give it time for it to replenish. So make sure that while you are learning healing energies, that you give yourself a chance to let your body get balanced, to start recognizing and being able to discern where you need to pull back a little bit more, give some time to rest. Integration, learning how to integrate the energy and the healing. Because I don't know if you do Reiki, Arwen, if you said it was Reiki, but I know Reiki does attunements because I've had a few. And so when you do multiple attunements, or when you go from one, like Reiki 1 and 2, then 2, 3, and 4 master, and then if you learn any other type of healing modality, you need to give your body a chance to acclimate to that energy, to make sure that it gets integrated so that you're not throwing so much of yourself, all that energy into you at once and into the clients. So just make sure that you stay balanced, stay hydrated, stay well nourished, eat properly, give yourself time to heal, and just keep growing. I love that. So, and that's what I have. That's what you've been struggling with. Okay.
Nice. Great job.
Thank you. Bye, Andrea. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. We'll have to
Collective. You can catch up. Sorry. I was just chatting with chat.
What?
I was chatting with chat.
Let's see.
Rossi
so sad for
says,
Jean when she passed. Aww.
Oh, because Rossi said that I remind them of Gilda Radner. I said, thank you so much. I loved her.
Oh,
so
wow.
funny.
Yeah, with the hair.
Rosanna, Dana.
Yeah.
And I was heartbroken for Gene because I love Gene Wilder too. And he's now
truly
with her.
Loved her.
I truly. It just, I felt the sadness. You could feel and see the sadness in him after she passed. He was never truly the same. Understandably so, because they were just true loves. Yeah. Oh, Arwen says, I get so much from your themed questions. I often don't know what I need to hear, and I learn more this way. Right, Arwen? awesome.
Yeah, I like those
Just
kind too because it
sometimes
feels balanced. Like I'm
change it up.
ethically doing something right without
Yeah.
tapping too much into someone. Because people say, well, you don't want to do third party questions, but yet you
Right.
read on like missing persons or certain celebrity, disappeared. That for me, those are people in the spotlight, and it's like for me that's energy that's already out there, and I'm just asking guys to let me know what it is instead of someone saying, well, what does does Jack is Jack going to marry me? What does Jack feel about me? That is Jack going to leave his girlfriend? Those kinds of things. It's just
sometimes people get stuck on a repetitive, redundant question cycle, and they don't realize there's so much more out there that they should be knowing or paying attention to.
Yeah.
Even simple things like, hey, don't forget to go for a walk and bring some water and sunscreen. Sit under a tree and read a blanket. Read a blanket. I said sit under a tree and read a blanket.
Well, you can if there's patterns in the blanket.
I do. I read bathroom tiles.
Pictures and words. There you go.
All right, I want to start a new viral trend. I need at least
read
1,000 people taking photos of themselves reading a blanket under a tree.
Hashtag
right,
read a
Arwen.
blanket under a tree.
Arwen gets that. Don't read a blanket often, but when I do, it's under a tree.
What is this gas with me tonight?
Collect it. Speak your truth. Get out your gas.
Yeah, I know, but I usually leave that up to you.
Everybody needs to speak their truth. Get out their gas. Better out than in. Collective.
Yes.
What is Margot Robbie Vogue issue, summer issue, Bibliomancy have to say about the collective reading for What the Sun? Oh, let the sun shine in. What does the sun want to illuminate?
Oh, Lisa says Tanji, she does tiles too.
Yay!
I gotta take pictures on my bathroom floor tiles and show you the images that are in there. I have alien faces in my tiles.
I do read bathroom tiles and yes, how else are they going to gently show themselves to you without you freaking out? There's an alien on my porch, or there's an alien in my bathroom tile. What's easier to digest?
No, I got
Rosanna. My hair, I almost have her hair. It does grow triangularly.
So bad, Rosanna.
It's not crazy. No, you are not crazy.
No.
That is so. Listen, on this spaceship, that is so normal. Okay. Reading tiles, reading blankets. I read the bark of my Gaia tree. There's lithomancy reading rocks. I forget what cloudmancy is. But reading anything. If you seeing a message through your cereal, your Cheerios, they're spelling out, something. Pay attention, because guides and loved ones who don't want to scare you but want to get messages through, even you and your future higher self, alternate dimension, are trying to give hints or helpful guidance to you, are going to do it through, well, so-and-so sits on the toilet 10 minutes every day and staring at the tile. Okay, Clyde, we need to put the message in the bathroom tile so so-and-so sees it. Okay, on it. I'll do the coffee grinds falling on the floor message. Okay. Stanley, what do you want? I want spaghetti stains in the back of the fridge. Splatter. I'll do that symbol message. Okay, what do you want? I'll do messages in a blanket under a tree. Good. We've covered that. That's how the guides and teams and the pareidolia, right? You see it, but it's not always pareidolia. There's a flaw. Alphabet soup. You get messages in my alphabet soup. Almost gave me the lottery numbers once. It was trying to spell it out, but then I got too hungry and I had to eat it.
I could use those right now.
Okay. Collective.
Yes.
Tell me when to stop. Take your time.
Stop.
Left or right?
Right.
No way. Ambition guides her like a wand to lakes and ponds and far beyond.
Oh my God. That's awesome. Just randomly for a YouTube tarot champ, read and They talk about magic wands and I love that, showing her being a tennis player. Take me fishing.
Yeah, it's a different image in the water. I love that. Oh my goddess. I kind of don't even want to say anything other than ambition guides her like a wand
Wow.
to lakes and ponds and far beyond.
Everyone's going, no way. And Lisa's like, oh my God.
Right? Love it. There's your message, collective.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, and I kind of don't want to ruin
that.
it. Close the gate. Take it as you will.
And Samantha popped in. She goes, I've seen faces everywhere. And learn pretty fast to keep to yourself. Yeah.
Well, that's why you're.
But that's what happens in my art. One of Tanji's spirit guides popped into one of my, and I didn't know that. I was just randomly just doing abstract art, and I looked down. I said, "Oh,
they do that.
It looks like it's an alien face." So I took a picture, and she's like, "Hey, that's my guide. I recognize him."
Yeah, they'll do that.
So just never know.
They don't care. They're like me. It's like if I want to give you a message in your, pie, I'm going to give you a message in your pie. And if you miss it, I'm going to keep giving you a message in your latte, in your cat's litter box, or wherever until you see it.
You don't want to look at my cat's litter box.
Just saying.
Oh, gosh.
Pay attention. And get the message.
Okay.
Take it away, Anna.
I was going to say something, but no, that would gross people out. My dogs love the cat box. I had to keep it clean when I still had my dogs. They like the kitty cat Tootsie Rolls, let me just say. Anyway, speaking of kitty cats and black cats, look, I got the familiar. So Guardian. So we're starting off. I'm using the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards tonight, which I don't use too often, because I don't necessarily resonate with all the images, but there's a lot in here. The colors are just vibrant. They're gorgeous. Just really beautiful. So we got our familiar and our guardians. So they're there for us to call on when we need them. I had to stop and think about the context, but the sun is just really wanting to illuminate this on everybody's path, that we all have guardians, whether, we just want to think of our guardians as angels, archangels. If they're open to, like me, I have black kitty cats, my panther spirit, I have my black cats. Some people, frogs are popular with a lot of people. This could be any animal, from an ant, a badger, a fox, a wolf, to, a butterfly. All of our guides and our familiars are going to be personal to us, and to pay attention. The next card I got is the Lord God and masculine. So this is remind people that it's okay to tap, that we need to remain balanced, that especially one of the aspects of paganism that I like. I'm not Wiccan anymore, but with paganism, there's a balance between the male and the female. With a lot of patriarchal established religions, we lose that balance. And because of the upbringing, a lot of people, when they go over to the pagan nature-based religions, a lot of times they really leave behind the male aspect because of all the wounds and the anger and the pain that it was caused. But this card is reminding us that we ourselves have the male and the female energy. Because if we don't honor the male energy, we're not honoring ourselves as well. So we need to remember to start working with bringing that back into our energy to balance ourselves. And there was something here I did see where it is. Okay, it just says here, toughen up and use the masculine energy that pulses through your very being. Whether you are male or female, you must acknowledge the natural presence of both energies that reside within in order to make up the whole of who you are. You are urged to connect with your masculine side to harness the driving force of independence. A rational and analytical attitude is required in order to override any emotions that often rule you. So if this is here helping you balance the over, the strong, the emotions, like having your emotional mind and your in mindfulness, you have your emotion mind, and you have your, what's the other mind? One's emotional and one's rational, and you can't have more than the other. You're not balanced. You're not in your wise mind where you can think clearly and balance. So doing that, I also got the Beltane card, which is fertility, and this doesn't necessarily mean an actual fertility as in having a child. Again, this is a connection. This is a union at Beltane. And so there's, again, is remind you that when you're breathing that male energy, and I'm sorry, everybody, this is kind of taking me a while to get this out, but when you're bringing that male energy in, it's bringing the balance. And with the balance, when we are balanced, and our male and female, our yin and yang are strong and connected and healthy, and has that healthy balance, Heather, I got the candles, magic. So we're able to tap into our natural magic, our power, our personal power. It won't be unbalanced. It'll be healthy. It'll be strong, and it'll be oh, what's the right word I'm looking at? Because a lot of times when people think of power and magic, they go to the misuse of power. You want your power. You don't want to be power over. You want to have power within. And so you have a healthy respect. Oh, and I just said healthy respect. And look what it says on the bottom of that, respect. So the pentacle, there's the balance. All the elements, earth, air, fire, and water coming together in spirit. So when you have, as long as you make sure you have that healthy balance, that connection with the male spirit, with the female, it creates, it just keeps wanting to say balance. So I'm going to stop because I think spirit, they got the message that we need a healthy balance.
Nice.
Both the male and the female for our power, our true power, to come forth. So
I'll show that picture again. When you said that, hold on. Where is that?
Hi, Nazi. Just really quick, Nazi, I don't do third-party questions. I don't read without the permission of another individual. So unfortunately, we won't be answering your question tonight, and we are finishing up in a few minutes. So thank you for joining us. And there are a lot of other readers who will be able to assist you. So have a blessed evening. Yes, my dear. Balance. That's awesome.
Oh, did I say there's something in the water? There was more to it. I forgot. Ambition guides her like a wand to lakes and ponds and far beyond. There's something in the water. I didn't even see that. Did I read that? I forget. Anyway, the balance reminded me. It's like when Allyson was talking. I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you guys. I'm sorry. But when Spirit's screaming, when Allyson was talking, the view from here, word that I got before, the guides are like, say that, because she was talking about talking to somebody and about, and then they said, perspective, change the view of perspective. So that's why I screamed that out. So with your balance, when you were talking, they're screaming out, hold up the photo and change it.
That's cool. Yeah. It gives you, and when you're balanced, you get perspective. You can see from both sides with a clear mind and an emotional mind. You're in the wise mind. You have a healthy,
Wow, they did this really well. This is really cool.
That would make a great oracle card.
Right? Well, I'm waiting, and that's what I'm keeping all my Vogue magazines for. I'm going to cut them up at some point, but I don't want to do it just yet. But that was a beautiful reading, and Allyson did amazing readings, and I thought we were great with the woman-to-woman readings, like the bibliomancy page I picked.
And we got to see her fur babies.
Yeah, oh, they were so cute.
The fur babies. And Teresa says, beautiful readings, Lisa said. She said, girls on fire. Thank you, and you are welcome. So, everybody have a wonderful rest of your week. Allyson and I will be joined by Jane the Seeker on Friday for our Friday night Good Vibes night. And, thank you. Rosanna. I got this on my Rosanna. I love that song. Did you know that song was written about Rosanna Arquette, the lead singer
Yes, I
of the
did.
band, had just broken up with Rosanna Arquette, and that song was for her. So, meet you all the way, da-da-da, Rosanna again. Yeah, like I said before, if I had the song going right now, I know it word for word. So I'm lucky I remembered that that much.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Alrighty.
I love it when you
that
sing.
was
Girl,
you.
sing it.
Thank you, Tanji.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Heather and Allison and everyone.
Everybody.
In Summer Solstice
Yes.
Energy.
Oh, have a beautiful
Lots of
rest
love.
of your night and week. See you.
Bye.
Bye.